Hey guys, it's me, the gaming Dr. Mada, and welcome to another episode of my show, basically. And today I'm going to keep it fast and simple. We're in the E3 season and there's a lot to talk about. I'm really sorry if this came out a little bit late. I know many of you want me to be on the dot with stuff, but like I said, it's not easy doing this by myself, and I'll try to get an editor, but we'll see how that goes. Still, that's not what you're here to talk about. You want games, I want games, let's talk about games, let's do this, right? Yeah. We have our host Jeff Keighley who introduces the show, and honestly, I have a lot of respect for this guy. He's done a lot for the gaming industry, and this show is one of them. I pray that one day I get to meet him, and yeah, that'll be really awesome, and I'd honestly be honored. But anyway, before I go gushing over Jeff Keighley, he starts off with presenting what the show is about, and we start off the show with our Capcom game. We start off the show with the Street Fighter 6 character reveal of our favorite Johnny Bravo but cooler friend Guile. And he definitely trained for leg day. As mentioned in my previous video, gameplay looks smooth and amazing. Graphics are great and I can't wait for it in 2023. But I will wait, like I said. He looks great and his updated moves are fun and flashy. Get it? Because of, flash kick? Anyway, it comes out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. Then we have a world premiere from Focus Entertainment, 20th Century Games, and Tinderless Interactive. We start off at Tantalus Base in the year 2098 with Sergeant Leo Everest of the CM Leth Recon Squad, who gives us a little bit of a debrief. And as soon as I saw this trailer, it was obvious that it was an Aliens game. The twist is that they're weird humanoid enemies that seem to be working with the aliens. I guess it's to be seen when we actually get the game. We're shown a horde of aliens before the sergeant betrays his team by locking them in a room to fight against all these crazy odds. Then we're shown a bit of gameplay. I'm not sure if this is going to be an XCOM-like game or a twin-stick shooter, so let's wait and see what the game shows in the future. Anyway, the game is called Aliens Dark Descent and it comes out in 2023. It's available on PC and console, and honestly, it looks interesting. The next game on the list is the Callisto Protocol trailer and gameplay. They've extended the trailer a bit to show a little bit more gore, and man, it shows. The game is really bloody. This game is really atmospheric, as I've said before in my previous video, and I can't wait to see it. The game looks amazing. Go check out the whole thing. They show off a new weapon called the Grip, and how it pulls things to you with its gravity mechanics and everything. And it looks great. This is such a Dead Space game that it's not even funny. Here's hoping it lives up to the hype. It also shows off how you start off with basically nothing and eventually get a full gear of armor. And this is honestly something I'm really looking forward to. The next game shown is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the game that probably will cost us 200 GB to play or download before we're allowed to even touch a character in that game. We're giving a bit of a dramatic intro that shows us the returning characters to this series. The graphics look amazing, as usual. It's a Call of Duty game. We see some gameplay and I'm just hoping the story mode is available on the disc, unlike last time. Looks like a lot of fun and I hope it's a lot better than Vanguard. But besides that, the last Modern Warfare game looked amazing and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this one can do. It'll be coming on the 28th of October of this year. Next, we have a world premiere of a 30-year-old IP. They show us a bit of gameplay at weird angles, and yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this game because I never really played it, but let's see how it performs. The game is called Flashback 2, and it comes out on almost everything except mobile in the winter of 2022. We're then moved on to our next game called Witchfire, which is a dark fantasy FPS that was announced in 2017. The game looks great, with a mixture of weapons and magic. It reminds me a little bit of Bioshock actually. I'm excited about this one, and will see myself blasting medieval zombies and monsters' faces off in their ancient bouteilles. It's on early access soon on Epic Game Store. Next, we're given an indie game world premiere from Fallen Leaf and Black Druckler Games. We get a glimpse of a game that takes place in space, and honestly, it looks good for an indie game. It seems to have a horror-based theme, making it our third horror game in space. Space! Makes you wonder, huh? Should we go to space if everything is trying to maul us up there? Gaia. The game is called Force Solace and is coming out on Steam. We are then presented with another world premiere of another space-themed game. Space! Where we go to visit your mom's house. Oh no, it's not their mom's house? Oh, it's their house. Yeah, makes sense. So you have a dilapidated building and a really big, weird looking gun. And you try to sneak up on a freaky looking robot before your clumsy butterfinger self drops something on the floor, causing another robot to come out and end you for failing to reach your inner solid snake and sneaking quietly. The game is called Routine and is coming out on PC and Xbox, as well as Game Pass day one. Then The Rock comes out to present some stuff about the foundation from Fortnite, and honestly, I didn't really bother with this one, but he talked a lot about Fortnite, and then he also mentioned that his new movie, Black Adam, is coming out on October 23rd of this year. We had a Black Adam trailer, and it looks cool, and I hope it's good. It's available on YouTube, so if you guys want to go check that out, please go ahead. We then have a world premiere of Outriders DLC called World Slayer. Didn't know this was still a thing after the mixed reviews the game got at launch. Still, it's nice to see them add on some stuff. Noted that there's some new skins and locations as well as powers. Those of you who have played it and want to jump into it, please go ahead. It's coming out on the 30th of this month. After this, Nintendo Switch jumped in, showing quick snippets of games coming out. We had announcements of Splatoon 3's release date that comes out on September 9th. We also have Monster Hunter Rise DLC called Sunbreak, which will be coming out on June 30. Cuphead and the Delicious Lost Course is also coming on 30th of June. We also have the Capcom Fight Collection coming out June 24th. Xenoblade 3 Chronicles was also announced coming out on July 29th. And those were the major things Nintendo wanted to actually present to us. We then have a Fall Guys trailer showing people turning into those cute little marshmallow people because of witchcraft and all. This was mostly an ad for Fall Guys Season 1, and yeah, it's more Fall Guys, so cool. Season 1 is free to all and will be available on the 21st of June on basically every console. Now we have another world premiere from Frost Giant Game Studios with another game from the future. We are shown a strong independent woman who seems to be exploring some ancient ruins in space. Somewhere, thus awakening a beast of some sort. She is attacked, but a friend comes to assist her with a Gundam mecha style thing. Once she obliterates the creature, more Diablo-looking monsters come and they fly off together to escape these monsters. The game is called Stormgate. So Stormgates are portals that open during a massive solar storm that unleashed the infernal host on future Earth. Two factions were revealed during this time, the first being the Human Resistance and the second being the Infernal Host. The game is said to be a real-time strategy game, and you can register for the beta, which will take place in 2023 at playstormgate.com. The next game we have is an indie game called High Water, made by Demagogue Studios and Rogue. We start off by hearing a radio announcement that soldiers are denying that they are evacuating people to Mars. We see a guy using a boat on this post-apocalyptic world that looks like it was flooded, and you build a party of friends along the way. It shows people with guns and hazmat suits. It's noted to be an adventure strategy game ravaged by the world's worst enemy, climate change. NANI? It could be really interesting, and I'm really curious to see what this game is really all about, so we'll give it a look when it comes out. The next game we have is called American Arcadia, where you play as Truman, where the world keeps watching you and everything you do. And oh really? Oh, my bad. But yeah, the world watches Trevor, and the people watching you give you social points to see your standing in society. I won't. I'll behave. And people will upvote or downvote you, and when you get to a very unpopular level, you must run for your life. The city area is called Arcadia, a city from the future. Everyone seems to be watching you trying to escape and trying to stop you. You have one ally, it seems, but nothing more. This game looks fun and would love to get it. Comes out on PC and console. Next is Marvel Midnight Suns, with our heroes assembling together to fight Lilith, mother of demons. We are shown a cinematic trailer of the game that looks awesome balls. We're shown that our favorite enlarged tongue, pancreas, brain-eating, symbiotic friend, Venom, will also be part of the game. Then our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man shows up. Knowing what the trouble is, he teams up with his friends to fight Lilith. He wears some really awesome armor before he goes off to fight Lilith's monsters. Demon Venom comes up, and we also get a really cool look of Demon Hulk. The game comes out October 7th this year. Next, we have our Cuphead DLC, which is called The Delicious Last Course, which comes out on all platforms. And we're introduced to a new character called Miss Chalice. New gameplay is given to us, and we see the boss transformation with the new electric shot ammo and special move. The game looks great as usual, and it will come out June 30. The next game we're shown is the game called Neon White, where you are an assassin in the dark reaches of hell, going around killing politicians and... But I said that. So the assassin and a few other characters are called Neons, and their job is to kill demons to find divine retribution to go to heaven. But it seems you swipe between cards before you attack or use your weapons, and I don't know. Wasn't really feeling this game, but we'll check out the reviews when it comes out. And the game will come out on June 16th. Then we are told a Polish dad somewhere has developed a game called Midnight Fight Express. The game has a unique aesthetic to it and looks like a fast-paced, top-view action beat-em-up shooter thing. You can design your own character, and it comes out on almost everything on August 23. A PC demo is now available to play as well, so go check it out. Warframe is then shown, and a new character was unlocked to the people who watched live for 30 minutes on Twitch. A few things were discussed, but the main announcement was the DLC called The Devery Paradox, which they show in a trailer afterwards. They showed a cinematic trailer of this, and it looks interesting. So for those of you who are already in the Warframe game, go ahead and check it out. A gameplay demo drops on the 16th of July at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You also get Titania Prime character if you watch it on Twitch on that day. Besides this, you also get a Crescent Night bundle for watching TennoCon on Twitch. Also, if you're in-game during this time, you get to experience being the man in the Iron Mask with a stranger's hood. Moving on, from the makers of Genshin Impact, another space-based game called Honkai Star Rail. Space! Which is an open-world space JRPG. I'm telling you, there's a real space theme in this, and I don't know why. This game already looks great with its anime aesthetic and great character design. You play as a guy with amnesia who is on a ship and who gets to meet a lot of waifu anime girls. There are also enemies and other things you'll come across, and the cinematics and special moves look amazing. This game will be coming soon, sometime. I'm not sure when. They didn't tell me. Moving on. This was then followed by another Hoyoverse game from the future called Zenless Zone Zero. And I remember seeing another trailer of this game earlier. This game looks incredible, and I really hope it hasn't got any annoying mobile game mechanics such as the gacha system and all that, because it looks like so much fun, and I hope it has a proper campaign, proper story, and a proper beginning and end. Looking forward to it. We'll update you more as I know more. We then have TNMT Shredder's Revenge. Here they show you that you can play as our classic turtles, April, Splinter, and newly announced, the guy who stole April from me, Casey Jones, the bastard. Looks fun to play with friends, and it will also have a 6-player mode, which looks like it will be a lot of chaotic goodness, but I hope it does not get overwhelming visually. It comes out on the 16th of June. We then have a cinematic trailer for a bunch of edgy soldiers and a girl doing some graffiti stuff. Edgy. She then suddenly does a fart super jump, and we are shown our young edgy heroes fighting something. The game is called Super People, and the beta comes out on August 17th, 2022. Then Amplitude Studios and Sega shows us a Humankind trailer where you play as 6 new cultural groups from Latin America. Plus, you can change history and make the future what you want in the game. Sounds fun, and if you're into this type of game, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Then a new One Piece game is shown, One Piece Odyssey, where you and the Straw Hat Pirates are taken to a mysterious island on the horizon. After a dramatic intro to all our heroes are shown, you get some gameplay and stuff. The game has a nice smooth sheen to it and looks really entertaining. Honestly, after all these One Piece games, I'm actually starting to think I should watch the whole thing. Screw that idea. My goodness, that is 845 hours, too damn long. Anyway, game is out this year on console. Next, Atlas shows us some gameplay from its new IP called Soul Hackers, which comes out in August. And all I can say is that this is definitely an Atlas game. We see the classic Persona summons like Jack O'Lantern and so on. But Atlas always has immersive stories and great gameplay, and I would love to play it. It's coming out on the 26th of August on console and PC. Then we have a Samsung Gaming Hub thing where the biggest names in gaming, such as Xbox, Atomic, GeForce, and Stadia, they show us a vast array of games that will be streaming on your TV, and all you will need is a controller. It'll be coming out on summer of this year. Then our amazing friends at Capcom return, showing us most of its retro IPs coming out on Capcom Arcade Stadium 2nd. Or should it be the second Capcom Arcade Stadium? Whichever. If you like retro games, this is for you. It's coming out on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Steam on July 22nd. Then we have a Nintendo Switch game where we see both Mario and Princess Peach lying on the grass. But then boom, a ball hits him. Not that kind of ball. Get your head out of the gutter. And a trailer for Mario Strikers Battle League shows up. This game honestly looks like it will be a lot of ridiculous entertainment. And it's already out and we'll order it soon. And yeah, we'll talk about it when I get a chance to review it. Then we have a new world premiere called Metal Hellsinger, with the developer being a proper stereotypical rock fan dude. Rock on, bro. The game is basically a rhythm shooter game, and the more in tune you are, the more intense the music is, and the more, stuff happens. It's coming out on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation, and it looks like it'll be a lot of fun. The demo is also out now. The Quarry from Supermassive Games was then talked about. It's already out and is said to be a spiritual successor to Until Dawn, and it has all the Until Dawn feeling about it, with the young adults trying to survive against a crazy family and some other monster-like creatures. Coming out everywhere except for Switch. This was then followed by Nightingale, a game that was announced at the Game Awards last year. According to what Jeff said, it's a shared world survival crafting game from Infliction Games. It has a steampunk feel to it. The trailer talks about finding items to craft realm cards to activate the portal. It shows monsters that may come from this portal and how some cards affect your surroundings. Looking forward to it. Lots of fun. Gonna play it if I get a chance. Then we have Fortnite's new DLC based on the Saints Row franchise. And really? Huh. Wow, it's really Saints Row? A lot of neon. Anyway, they tell us that the Boss Factory demo is out now, which allows you to create your character for the new game. But honestly speaking, something just feels weird about this. The neon is a little much, but I'm still going to play it because I'm a sucker for Saints Row, but I still feel that it would have a whole hipster vibe to it, so let's just see what happens. Next we have Warhammer 40k Darktide, where we have a 4-player co-op game as you fight mounds of enemies. This game has a very interesting dark aesthetic to it, and it's a very brutal first-person action shooter. They showed some combat, powers you can use, and all that. We'll most likely get it for Windows and see if it grips me well. It's coming out on PC, Steam, and exclusive to Xbox, coming out on September 13th. Bloober Team then showed us this new game, Layers of Fears. You play in another haunted house. This game is visually captivating. We see some creepy stuff and all, but I've never really been a fan or played this game much. But we'll pick it up and try to get a retrospective review on the previous games. Anyway, Layers of Fears is coming out in 2023 on Xbox Series X, PS5, Steam, and the Epic Game Store. Then, on 25th October, Warner Brothers will release Gotham Knights, a game where our beloved Goth Wayne is no more, replaced by his 4 sidekicks, who he trained to help take down crime and bring justice to Gotham. Fleur Marty, the executive producer, shows us some Nightwing gameplay. We see him doing his agile, cool fighting style stuff. We see him using his Fortnite parachute to glide around, but wish they just gave him his glider suit like the original Nightwing. We see some skins and gameplay, so hope it goes well with this thing. I don't want them to be DLC. And I also hope that they stick to the Batman is dead thing and that he doesn't appear during the last act. Really looking forward to this game, and I'm gonna play it because I'm a Batman fan like crazy, as mentioned in my Batman review. Go watch that. Then Neil Druckmann came out to show us the Last of Us multiplayer standalone game. Seems to have a story mode with characters and all, but it doesn't focus on the Ellie and Joel drama. He only showed us a bit of a screenshot and nothing more, so we'll wait and see what he shows us in the future. They also show us a screenshot from the Last of Us series, which is coming out on HBO. This is starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, and we'll see how this series goes. It also seems that Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson will also have roles in this series, full roles which are not disclosed yet. So we'll see how that goes. Then finally they show us a trailer for The Last of Us Part 1 remake. The graphics are slightly upgraded. Apparently there's some new gameplay mechanics that may be implemented. So then it's basically more of The Last of Us. And honestly, that was a solid game. I'll still play it if I was given a chance, but I don't think it's gonna be a must buy for me since I already have 2 versions of it. But anyway, it's coming out on PC and PS5 in September. And that ends this very, very long video. Well, it was long to me. It's probably an hour for me, but it'll be like reduced for you. Editing is gonna be sucky. Oh. Still, sorry it took so long. I'm trying my best to do this, and it's not easy, like I said, doing this alone, but it's worth it. I pray you guys get to see more of my stuff, and I'm really looking forward to your support on this channel. More videos like this are coming soon, or whenever I can manage to, but hopefully by the end of this week, everything should be done. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always being here. And yeah, till next time, guys. On to the next patient.